rebuilding yourself. A new year, a new you. The holidays, a time for joy, connection, but also a time when the weight of the year, maybe even a lifetime, can feel heavy on our hearts. I know that feeling. That feeling of being overwhelmed by past hurts, regrets, wondering how to pick up the pieces and move forward. The truth is, we all have those moments. But what if I told you that within that struggle, within those broken places lies the opportunity for profound healing and growth? It's not about forgetting the past, but about learning to carry it differently. It's about choosing to rebuild yourself, stronger and more whole than ever before. In this video, we're going to walk this path together, step by step. We'll explore the power of forgiveness, the courage to accept what is, and the strength to build a future filled with hope and purpose. This is your journey, and I'm here to walk alongside you. Start with forgiveness. The courage to let go. Forgiveness, it's a word that can feel impossible, especially when the wounds run deep. But I want you to know, forgiveness isn't about condoning what happened or pretending it didn't hurt. It's about releasing yourself from the grip of the past. It's about acknowledging the pain, honoring your story, and then making the conscious choice to let go of the resentment, the anger, the bitterness that keeps you tethered to that pain. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. It doesn't mean forgetting, and it doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, a daily practice of choosing compassion for yourself and for others. And as you begin to loosen the grip of those old hurts, you'll find space for something new to emerge. Healing, peace, and the possibility of moving forward. Embrace acceptance, making peace with what is. Acceptance. It's a word we often resist, especially when faced with loss, mistakes, or circumstances beyond our control. We want to bargain, to rewrite the narrative, to will things to be different. But the truth is, acceptance is not about giving up. It's about showing up for your life as it is, right here, right now. It's about acknowledging the reality of what happened, without judgment or denial. It's about saying yes to the present moment, even when it's painful, because only then can we begin to heal and move forward. Acceptance is not a destination, it's a journey, a daily practice of choosing to meet life with open arms, even when it's hard. Cultivating gratitude, shifting your perspective. When we're hurting, it's easy to get lost in the darkness, to focus on what we've lost, what we no longer have. But gratitude, my friends, gratitude is the lifeline that pulls us back into the light. It's about shifting our focus, intentionally, to the good that still remains, even amidst the pain. Gratitude is not about ignoring the hard things, it's about training our minds to see the blessings, big and small, that surround us every day. It's about noticing the warmth of the sun on our skin, the laughter of loved ones, the simple act of taking a deep breath. Gratitude is a practice, a muscle we strengthen over time, and as we do, we begin to see the world, and ourselves, with new eyes. Chapter 4. Identify and overcome emotional triggers. Reclaiming your power. We all have them, those emotional triggers that send us spiraling, that reactivate old wounds and keep us stuck in familiar patterns of pain. But here's the good news. Awareness is power. When we can identify our triggers, name them, and understand where they come from, we begin to reclaim our power. It's not about avoiding the triggers, it's about learning to respond rather than react. It's about creating space between the trigger and our response so we can choose a different path. It takes practice, patience, and self-compassion, but I promise you, it's possible to break free from those old patterns and create a new way of being. Chapter 5. Address fear of loss, living fully in the present. The fear of loss is a powerful force. It can keep us clinging to the familiar, even when it no longer serves us, and it can prevent us from embracing the unknown, even when it holds the promise of something extraordinary. But here's the truth. The only way to truly live is to embrace the present moment fully and completely. Letting go of the fear of loss doesn't mean we won't experience sadness or grief. It means we won't let those fears dictate our lives. It means choosing to savor the good, to cherish the connections we have, and to trust that even in the face of loss, we will find a way through. Chapter 6. Break free from regret, the power of trying. Regret is a heavy burden to carry. It keeps us stuck in the past, replaying old scenarios, wishing we had said or done things differently. But here's the thing, we can't change the past. All we can do is learn from it and choose to move forward. The truth is, most regrets aren't about what we did, but about what we didn't do. So let's make a pact right here, right now, to choose courage over comfort, to try, even when we're afraid of failing, because at the end of the day it's better to say I tried than to live with the regret of what if. Negativity is a part of life. There will be days when doubt creeps in, when fear whispers in our ear, when we question everything. But here's the key. We get to choose how we respond to those negative thoughts. We can let them consume us, or we can use them as fuel for growth. Instead of getting swept away by negativity, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to become stronger, wiser, more resilient? Sometimes the greatest growth comes from our greatest challenges. It's about shifting our perspective, seeing the opportunity in the obstacle, and choosing to rise above. When our lives feel chaotic, our minds often follow suit. That's why creating structure and routine can be so powerful, especially during times of healing and transition. It's not about becoming rigid or inflexible. It's about creating a foundation that supports our well-being. Start small, a morning routine that nourishes your mind and body, a dedicated workspace that fosters focus and productivity, a consistent sleep schedule that prioritizes rest and rejuvenation. Small, consistent actions repeated over time create extraordinary results. Detachment. It's a word that often gets misunderstood. It doesn't mean we stop caring, it means we stop clinging. It means we release our need to control outcomes, especially in relationships. It means we show up with an open heart, but we don't lose ourselves in the process. Detachment is about finding a place of inner peace, where our happiness is not contingent upon external circumstances. It's about trusting that everything is unfolding as it should, even when we don't understand why. Self-awareness is the foundation of personal growth. It's about taking the time to truly understand who we are, what we value, and what brings us joy. It's about acknowledging our strengths and embracing our imperfections, knowing that our flaws are not our failures, they are part of what makes us unique. Self-awareness is a journey of uncovering, of peeling back the layers to reveal the most authentic version of ourselves. It's about asking ourselves the hard questions, listening to our inner wisdom, and trusting our intuition. And as we begin to know ourselves more deeply, we become more capable of creating a life that is aligned with our values and aspirations. Life is a journey, full of twists and turns, joys and sorrows. And sometimes, we need a map, a guide to help us navigate the challenging terrain. That's what this path, this process of rebuilding yourself, is all about. It's about taking those essential steps, one by one, toward healing, wholeness, and a life filled with meaning and purpose. When life feels overwhelming, your mind craves structure. This sequence helps to heal emotional wounds, reset your mindset, and rediscover your authentic self. Remember, healing is not about going back, it's about growing forward. Start this new year with forgiveness, acceptance, and a structured approach to your inner healing. You have the power to rebuild yourself.